here, and now I'm with the party, so it's great.
Sure.
Yeah, luckily you guys filmed like right nearby, right?
No, we film in Queens, so it's especially because it's here, but it's over the bridge and a ways. But it's great. This is perfect. It worked out, so here I am. That's awesome.
Really? Specifically where? Yeah, specifically.
Oh, thank you. Thank you very much.
Are you from New York?
Yes.
Where?
Thank you. No, you're gonna get to see this now, and you're gonna love it. It's been a lot of fun.
But that kind of, are you Yankees though?
Oh,
Okay, well, I
listen,
saw you on Starstruck.
We still sister, brother city.
Oh, wow.
You know what I mean? I used to live in Jamaica.
Oh, no,
really
I
cool
was
to
with
see
Haven.
this
Yeah,
kind of
yeah.
growth.
We're very close.
Thank you.
Right off Jamaica
I
Avenue.
appreciate that. Thank you very much.
So this got so personal, we forgot about
I know, let's start.
We were just having fun.
I know, we've all been chatting.
Same format. You ladies first. Go ahead.
So, just tell us more about your characters. Because like, we have the trailers and stuff, so we know a rough idea of who you guys are. But how would you explain your characters to someone who knows nothing?
You know, it's just so funny to be wearing a little red hoodie and running around skipping through the forest and have a vicious, tyrannous little monster come chase you around.
You look cute in it though, so
I know.
that's
You
good.
should see the heels.
Yeah.
It holds a whole look together.
Yeah.
I have like a really furry,
She's hairy. Hairy as shit.
very hairy on the show.
No, it's
My
this.
howl's gotten better though. So
For
there's
me,
that.
this show is like sexy, dark, dangerous. My character, or at least our storyline at my end of it, is about obsession and how kind of destructive and crippling it can be when you become so obsessed about something. Yeah.
My character is Kayla. She I'd say what hers is about is kind of distraction, and then how that distraction kind of just gets her into like a darker hole, so to speak. Like she's lost her mom, she's mad at the world, she's looking for every way she can to distract herself from it, and she and Nick's character end up in a very complicated situation that continues to kind of get worse and worse and worse.
So what kind of drew you to being a part of this project? Was it the characters?
No,
Was it the
so
challenge?
any show I could be on where James Wolk and Paul Wesley take off their shirt, I feel good about it.
I should have started because I can't follow
You
up.
can't take that joke
I
from me
can't
in
do
the
it
panel.
now.
If you
He
steal
stole
that
it
joke
from
from me in
me,
that
and
panel,
now,
I am gonna kill it. I'm gonna rock it in the panel.
He's getting all his material out.
I'm kidding my material. I'm just testing it. It works.
This is the test audience.
He's testing
Yeah.
it. He's
It
going to use
worked,
that one
right?
again.
It worked.
Yes,
Don't
it
tell
did.
you.
Okay.
I think the show is it's a lot different from other things that are on TV right now. The synopsis, when you first say it, I keep saying this because everyone thinks that the show has like a supernatural component. It's not. It's modern day. It's New York. All these characters are dealing with some of like the most intense, crazy, ridiculous situations that you just don't understand how they've got themselves in or how they're going to get out of it. And then I think the characters are really relatable, but at the same time you're drawn in. I think you're drawn in from the beginning. It's a fun world that we get to play in. They've made it look beautiful. Our cinematographer is fantastic. Kevin's a mastermind at these shows. It's gonna be fun.
Do you guys have a personal fairy tale that you gravitated to? Like a fairy tale that you kind of like yourself?
I keep saying Robin Hood, and no one's told me I'm wrong yet, so I'm gonna just keep going with that.
Robin Hood.
I love that story, and I don't know if it's a legend or a fairy tale. If there's a difference between the two, I don't know. No one said I'm wrong, so I'm sticking with it because I really love that story.
Yeah.
I think it's a folklore. Is that a fairy tale?
He questions me every
Yeah.
time,
But
but
I-
he doesn't ever tell me I'm
Again,
wrong.
Alexa.
So.
Alexa.
Google. Yeah, let's look up Google. Right?
Alexa. I actually have Alexa on my phone.
I did my thesis on this, so it's a very, very thin line. It's like folklore, like maybe he's real, you don't know, fairy tales. not
Majority
real at
of the Grimm brothers are fairy tales.
all. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you know, you have a lot of folklore like Latin, Perler,
Yeah.
Dracula,
Oh, like
or
Arthur
Santa Claus.
too, right?
He has a
King
folklore,
Camelot.
Saint Nicholas, you know what I mean? Yeah.
But didn't the
There is
Grimm
another show
brothers
called
also
War
take
right
some
now.
folklore
Yes.
and
Yeah.
turn it?
Yeah.
See, that's where it gets
But I think
confusing for me.
Like Camelot and like all of that is like folklore or like mythical,
'Cause, like,
right? Legends.
See, it's like three. You
wanna
gave
nerd
3
out.
different ones.
Yeah,
You're like, it's
I
one
know.
of those, but I don't know which one it is. So
They're more confusing.
no, it's okay. We're on the same
That
page.
people are like, they didn't really exist, but like maybe they did. And they're like, okay, so King Arthur is not like a fairy tale because he didn't pop out of nowhere. Like maybe there was a dude who was really good at fighting. They're like, maybe he has a magic sword, but no one can confirm or deny that.
Well,
So I have
oh yeah,
one
I'm sorry.
more.
You go ahead.
So I'm actually curious, is there anything about either your characters or filming or the show as a whole that has been really surprising for you? Whether it's the way that the fairy tales are intertwined, the worlds play out.
I think as an actor, you always want to be, especially with a TV show because it's an extended story. We are also discovering it as actors as we go along because Kevin is creating the show, he's creating the stories, and like that surprise of reading the next episode is always actually a treat because you're like, oh my god, I got to figure out how to do that now, you know. So
Because it's surprising, character-wise.
yeah.
I think, to be honest, I think the whole show, to me, I could classify as like a surprise to me only because I know the fairy tales. That's the version that I grew up with learning. Then we get the show, I realized that the fairy tales that I knew growing up were actually wrong, and they're a lot darker in real life, or from the previous original versions. And then this take on it that Kevin's created is its own world in itself that's loosely basing certain aspects off of it. So I think kind of each time we get a script in, it's exciting because we're in a new story that we're getting to see kind of a different chapter of these fairy tales that we grew up with.
Real quick question: if you could be a superhero in a superhero movie, what superhero would you want to be?
Spider-Man.
Oh, that's good.
I love Spider-Man.
Gwen Stacy.
What?
It'd be
Just
fun
take-
to make an
yeah.
incredible Ghost Spider.
Oh,
Ghost
I
Spider.
would.
Yeah.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
I love Spider-Man.
I always loved the Ninja Turtles. I know they're not superhero, but
They're
like,
superheroes.
Great
yeah, I
one.
love the suit. I loved it. I would have been Leonardo. I liked Leonardo.
He's my favorite Ninja Turtle.
That's what I'm talking about.
Romance. Am I right? Oh, that's your phone. I'm sorry.